up, gamers? Itzkoopa here, still at the Namco Bandai booth. We're here with Lily, sorry. We're behind us is Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, which is a new IP that was just announced, being developed by Ninja Theory. Correct. And it definitely looks like an action-adventure game, but what else is there to it? And, you know, where does the subtitle come from? What's the story behind it?
The game itself is loosely based on an old Chinese novel called Journey to the West. It's very loosely based. The game itself is an action-adventure game, like you mentioned. It is single-player. It's coming out on both 360 and PlayStation 3. And it takes place about 150 years into the future. So the world has gone through a lot of different world wars. It's pretty much been destroyed. Humanity is non-existent. The remnants.
I see a lot of machines so far.
The remnants of those wars is what's left behind. These are the mechs that you see around, and they're the ones who are dormant until you run upon them, and they come to life. And all they know how to do is kill humans. So when they come to life, that's their sole purpose.
We've seen some of the combat. Is there any combo system or anything? Or is it just chaining attacks?
No, there is a combat system. There are different button features. You can actually push enemies off, you can block, you can evade, charge attacks. So you can chain them together, but there is a combo system that you build up, yes. But in the beginning of the game, what happens is both our main character, Monkey, and Trip, who is our secondary character, find themselves on a slave ship. They don't know why they're there. They just know that as slave ships come and take people away, that they never come back. Trip ends up escaping and crashing the slave ship, and Monkey at the same time is able to escape as well. And Trip finds out that there's no way she's going to make it out of this alive, so she enslaves Monkey with a slave headband that she reconfigures to listen to her voice commands. So basically they're kind of tied together. If she dies, he dies. They're tied to her vitals, so if he lets her get hurt, he's going to feel it. If he tries to leave her, she can actually cause him pain and eventually kill him.
So the enslavement is him to her.
Exactly.
So even though she's helping him do things, it's for her own benefit.
It is. She just wants to get home. So she came from a small community and she was taken by the slave ships, and all she wants to do is get home. It's about 300 miles away, and she knows going through New York, there's no way she's going to make it on her own. But as the story develops, so does their connection to each other. Monkey himself is a loner, so he's always been alone, and he hasn't known many humans, and he doesn't trust them. Here, he's enslaved by a little girl who's forcing him to do all this stuff. He's not very happy at the moment. But as they move forward, their relationship develops. He finds that she is not useless. She actually helps him get through a lot of the different things.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that earlier where she was being used to distract the robot so he could get in close and stuff like that.
So she has a decoy feature. She also has the ability, what we call a trip shop, to upgrade his different combat moves, his weapons. He's got a staff that you see where he does melee, but eventually he's going to be able to use that in ranged weaponry by collecting ammo and shooting things from far away. So as they go through this, Trip is going to help him upgrade all his abilities. You get to choose which branch of the upgrade system you want to go through. So
how many different branches are there?
There are several different ones, and right now, don't ask me, I don't remember all of them off the top of my head.
And the game's still early in development, right? So it's still a bit away?
Yes. Coming out in October.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So Xbox 360, PS3?
Correct.
Great. And October for Enslaved?
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Have a great day.